I've got a practice piece on here. I've been trying to learn how to fix an E-wrap if you drop your stitches below your E-wrap cast on. And I've done it on the adding machine, but when I'm doing it from the adding machine, I'm doing it from a different angle, and the stitches are a lot larger. So this machine I've had a little more difficult time repairing these because the stitches are so small, and I'm working opposite the machine. So I think I've got it figured out. So I'm making these rib stitches, and again, this is just a sample. It's not a real project, so I've left my mistakes in there because I keep moving forward and redoing this. So I've put my hook in there so that I can control how far this drops. If yours is dropping farther down, go ahead and remove your weights so it doesn't just keep going and going all the way down to the bonnet. So I'm going to control how far this drops off. So I'm just going to drop the stitch off and run it down past the E-wrap. I like to repair all the way down into the waste yarn. You don't have to. You can just, if it runs farther down, you can just catch it in a spot and then just fix it from that point. I don't like it to run all the way down to the bonnet because I'm afraid that my weight won't be distributed correctly. So I've got my live stitch hooked on there just to keep it from going any farther. So this usually the E-wrap one will be this really loose one. If you can't tell which one of these bars is the E-wrap, you can see where it goes into the E-wrap of the stitches on each side of it. So that one needs to be retwisted. So you can see this leg goes around like this. So we've got this one on top, and then the one that's underneath goes the other way. So that will give me an idea of which way this needs to be twisted. So I'm thinking that it needs to be twisted this way to make it look like the rest of them. And nope, that's not it. So you have to keep trying until it looks like the rest. So that looks correct to me. See if I can do that again. Not that way, but this way. So it'll look like the rest of the E-wraps. Okay, so I'm going to use a standard gauge knitting machine needle because it has no handle on it, and I've got all this metal that I can slip back behind with no handle in the way. So I'm going to go to the last bar before the E-wrap. Let's see if I can twist this in the right direction. I'm going to grab it and put it over here on the left and kind of hook it into the hook like that, and then I'm going to look at it and make sure that it's going in the right direction, and I think it is. So now I need to get all these other loops, these little ladders, up onto this hook without dropping my E-wrap. They need to all be on the needle. And so I've got this live stitch at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and poke that into the hook, drop it behind the latch, and lift each one in order. I'm going to lift the first ladder up, put it over the latch so that the latch will close over it. I'm going to move these out of the way and pull that one through. And try to size that loop as best you can. I'm working with my left hand here, so lift the next ladder up, put it over the latch, let the latch close over it, pull it through. Now, when we first formed the E-wrap in the beginning when we were casting on, this was already a stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and knit that one. It was already a stitch waiting on the needle, and we made the E-wrap cast on top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and knit that one. And so I'm just going to leave the E-wrap there, and along with that waste yarn, I'm going to knit the next ladder. Put that over the latch and pull that new stitch through both the waste yarn and the E-wrap. I really have to pull on it to get both of them through, or to get it through both of them. So that should be correct. And now I can latch up all the way to the top. Now I could choose to go ahead and put my latch tool in here and form my rib at this point. I can go ahead and poke it in there, but I've lost my stitches before doing that, so I just prefer to just go ahead and fix it back the way it was and then do my rib. And usually I don't have but 6 or 7 rows to fix, because when I usually drop these stitches, it's early on in the project. And like I mentioned, if yours runs farther down, I would take the weights off and pull that fabric up and repair those. I do like having the weights on because it gives me a little tension to form these stitches without, because I'm using both of my hands to use these tools, and so I don't have an extra hand to pull on the fabric to give it the tension that it needs. So now I can help that into the hook, and we're back repaired again. Now I went a little off center, but you can put these all back the way they were. So it doesn't quite look like the rest of them, but it's because we've stretched that E-wrap out quite a bit. So at this point I can get my latch tool and poke it into the stitch like I normally do, and drop that off and form my rib pattern. So I should be back the way I was before I dropped the stitch. And now I can continue doing my 1 by 1 rib. And once all the waste yarn is taken off, you'll see that the E-wrap looks the same as the rest of them.